The generation gap has always existed in every family, and in modern life, its effects on family relationships are becoming more and more obvious and noticeable. Many people think that the generation gap is like a ghost that destroys understanding in the family, but is that true? Distance, of course, it must be made up of differences. When living together, the differences in the past and life experiences make parents and children, or grandparents and great-grandchildren, sometimes not find a common voice. The 4.0 era promotes democratic rights. Everyone is free to speak up and express their ego. Meanwhile, the ancient Vietnamese culture with its harsh rules and prejudices, forcing people into certain molds, and living according to what others expect, is deeply ingrained in the minds of generations of our grandparents and parents. With a mindset always towards tradition and family, it is inevitable to disagree with the new flow of thought, with the egoism tendency. Along with that, the trend of integration with other cultures creates new views and thoughts on social issues, fashion, lifestyle, etc., far from tradition. As a symbolic example, if for the generation of our parents and grandparents, dyeing hair or getting tattooed is a sign of rebellion, naughty, or even gangster, and is difficult to accept, then for young people, this is another way to express your personality.
Technology completely changes the way people interact. In the past, joy and human interaction were all direct interactions, house to house. In modern life, advanced technology allows people to stay connected with just a mouse click, even if they are halfway around the world. It is also the reason why we sometimes become apathetic, avoiding face-to-face events and family gatherings and thinking that we can see each other's situation through the screen. That accidentally created breaks in the family's emotional relationship, had no time to talk to understand each other. Besides, social networks, online games, online study, or work are the things that keep the young generation fubbing on the computer screen or phone all day, getting better and better at applying technology to life. Meanwhile, many parents still struggle to get used to the phone interface, take half an hour to compose a message, and feel abandoned by their children in this changing fast society. But it's also the differences that bring families together. However, despite the difficulty of finding the common voice that the generation gap creates, it cannot be denied that it is the generation gap that plays an important role in forming and connecting generations in the family. Although they may not accept modern views, what they give to their children and grandchildren is their boundless love and their seasoned life experiences. Lessons about the laws of life, and how to treat people that may be hundreds, thousands of years will be unchanged even if the times change. Through their descendants, previous generations can also quickly receive new emotions, interesting and new things, thereby catching up and finding joy in the new changes of the time. Most importantly, the nature of life to life, generation after generation, is an indispensable feature of the family, creating a strong bond from love, so the phrase, generational gap, is also that precious continuation.
How to turn distance into sympathy. The generation gap can deepen the family bond, but it can also weaken the family bond. The only key to bridging the gap is communication. For young people, take time to talk, reflect on parents' views and pressures, and put yourself in their perspective to understand and sympathize, before stating your view. Parents should also talk to understand their child's world, and listen to and accept their thoughts. Open communication is a very effective way to bridge the generation gap. Together cherish the core values that always exist in modern or traditional life. The previous generation should not be a barrier limiting the development of the next generation in a world constantly moving. Instead, let the next generation catch up with new trends, to easily empathize and communicate, so that it will be easy to educate future generations. Let's make the generation gap no longer our fear.